It's bigger than anything I've ever seen.
What if the next version of Kling doesn't just improve AI video, but completely changes the standard? Right now, Kling 3.0 hasn't officially launched. There are no finalized public specifications. But despite that, the internet is already buzzing. Creators, developers, and AI enthusiasts are actively discussing what might be coming next. In this video, we're going to break down everything currently known about Kling 3.0, the public signals that are driving the hype, what the community is expecting, and why this upcoming release could be a major step forward in AI video generation. Let's start with the bigger picture. Higgsfield has quickly positioned itself as one of the fastest-growing GenAI platforms focused specifically on creator-friendly AI video tools. While many AI platforms focus heavily on technical experimentation, Higgsfield has taken a different direction, simplifying the workflow, improving usability, and prioritizing realistic visual output. With Kling 3.0, we already saw impressive realism, strong cinematic lighting, and relatively smooth motion compared to many other AI video models on the market. However, like all current AI systems, there are still limitations. Video length is capped at around 10 seconds. Output resolution is limited to 1080p. And while realism is strong, motion consistency can sometimes break in complex scenes, especially when multiple characters interact or when objects move dynamically. Now, this is where the anticipation around Kling 3.0 starts building. Based on public blog discussions and community conversations, one of the biggest expectations is longer clip generation. Many creators are hoping Kling 3.0 pushes video length closer to 15 seconds, while maintaining stronger stability throughout the entire sequence. Why does this matter? Because longer clips allow for more meaningful storytelling. 10 seconds is enough for visual experiments, but 15 seconds with improved consistency moves AI video closer to cinematic scene building. Another major expectation revolves around output quality. There is strong discussion around native 4K resolution at 60 frames per second. If Kling 3.0 introduces true 4K 60 FPS output, that would represent a significant jump from the current 1080p cap. Higher resolution doesn't just mean sharper visuals. It also means more flexibility in editing, better cropping potential, improved YouTube compression results, and stronger positioning for professional production environments. But resolution alone isn't the real challenge in AI video. The real challenge is physics and interaction. One of the biggest weaknesses across most AI video models today is how they handle contact moments. Hands touching objects to people hugging, a character picking something up. These are the moments where visual glitches often appear. Creators often describe these artifacts as melting or glitching effects, distorted fingers, unstable textures, unnatural object blending. Community discussion strongly suggests that Kling 3.0 is aiming to improve these interaction details. Better hand consistency, more believable motion, cleaner object handling, fewer unnatural deformations. If this area improves significantly, it would dramatically increase production trust in AI-generated sequences. Another recurring theme is shot-to-shot coherence. In Kling 3.0, single shots can look very impressive, but in more complex sequences, consistency between frames can sometimes weaken. Character identity might slightly shift. Small details might subtly change. The expectation with Kling 3.0 is stronger continuity, not just within a single shot, but across multiple generated sequences. This leads into another important discussion topic: custom multi-shot workflows. There are indications that Kling 3.0 may support more advanced multi-shot generation with stronger scene continuity. Instead of generating isolated clips, creators may be able to build connected sequences with better context awareness. This is where the concept of omni comes into discussion. The omnidirection appears to represent a more unified workflow, where context, character memory, and scene understanding are handled more intelligently across the entire generation process, rather than separate steps for generating and refining. The system may move toward a smoother end-to-end pipeline. If implemented effectively, this would reduce editing friction and save creators significant time during post-production. Let's briefly compare Kling 3.0 and what Kling 3.0 is expected to improve. Kling 3.0 currently supports around 10-second clips, outputs up to 1080p, delivers strong realism, and works well for short cinematic experiments. However, complex motion and longer narrative sequences can expose limitations in consistency. Kling 3.0, based on public signals and community expectations, is rumored to push clip length closer to 15 seconds, potentially introduce native for K60 FPS output, improve motion stability, enhance physics realism, reduce artifact glitches, and strengthen multi-shot continuity. Now again, none of these specifications are officially confirmed. These are expectations built from blog discussions, teaser signals, and community analysis. But even expectations alone can reveal the direction a model is moving toward. And the direction here appears clear. Higher production value. For creators, this matters in multiple ways. First, better quality AI video increases retention on platforms like YouTube. Higher clarity and smoother motion naturally feel more professional. Second, 4K output can influence monetization performance. Higher resolution content often performs better under compression algorithms and can appear more premium. Third, longer stable clips allow creators to build short narrative scenes rather than isolated visual snippets. Fourth, improved physics and interaction reduces the time spent manually editing or masking glitches. And finally, a unified workflow reduces creative friction. When AI tools become smoother to use, creators spend less time troubleshooting and more time storytelling. That shift from technical correction to creative focus is what truly defines the next stage of AI video. There is also a competitive angle to consider. The AI video space is evolving rapidly. Multiple models are competing on realism, length, resolution, and workflow control. If Kling 3.0 delivers even half of what the community is anticipating, it could position itself among the strongest production-ready AI video models available. However, it's important to stay grounded. Hype does not equal confirmation. Until official specifications are released, everything remains speculative. But speculation itself can be informative. It reveals what creators value most: stability, clarity, realism, continuity, and efficiency. If Kling 3.0 aligns with those priorities, it won't just be an incremental update. It could represent a meaningful step forward in AI-assisted filmmaking. So, now the question becomes, how close are we? Based on the growing volume of discussions, teaser posts, and blog activity, momentum is clearly building. The release appears to be approaching. For creators watching closely, this is the moment to pay attention, because when a new AI model launches, early adopters often gain the biggest advantage, experimenting first, publishing first, and understanding the system before it becomes saturated. If Kling 3.0 delivers improved realism, longer stable clips, stronger interaction physics, and potentially for K60 FPS output, it could unlock a new tier of AI storytelling. And if the Omni workflow truly unifies the process into a smoother experience, that could reduce production time significantly. Until official confirmation arrives, we wait. But one thing is clear. The expectations around Kling 3.0 are not small. Creators are not just hoping for minor tweaks. They are expecting evolution. And if those expectations are met, video creation may feel less experimental and more cinematic than ever before. We'll be watching closely as more information becomes available. If you want to stay updated on Kling 3.0 and be among the first to access it when it goes live, make sure to check the links in the description. The next step in AI video generation might be closer than we think. And this time, it looks big.